Hi everybody, my name is Bob Thurston Jr. and welcome to this edition of Can-Am Clips. Well, out at the Can-Am Speedway in Lafargeville, we finally managed to beat the rainy spring weather of 1996 and get our season opening events into the record books. On tonight's show, we'll be bringing you great racing action from all 5 divisions, along with Terry Clark from Gator Racing News and his Can-Am calendar, and up-to-date point standings in all 5 classes. After a short commercial break, we'll be back to you with some great racing action from the 96 opener. Well, now it's time to bring you some great racing action from the May 4th season opener out at the Can-Am Speedway, sponsored by Fast Lube of Watertown, CIZ Radio, and Pizza Hut Restaurants. Let's join track announcer John Burr as he calls the action in the economy stock, street stock, late model, and dirt sportsman divisions.
We got a green. Here we go as the econo stock feature comes down in front, side, and number 12, that's the Kyle Sharp, working side by side in the corner. The points and the money are the issue right now. Very quick move by Sharp as he works to the outside. He's out of Pierpont, New York. Watch the car number 5 of Scott McHugh and the car number 22 M of Wayne Side as they do battle. They did so many times in 1995. The car number 19 of Mark Baltz, very quick in that orange machine with the car number 41 of Billy Gardner up underneath him as they go 3 wide, come off from turn number 4. The 4 of Bobby Miller along with the 424 of John Bruce. The car number 3 of Rick Dufkus and the X15 of Roger Bushy. The car number 83 of Pete Papin right there along with the car number 9 of Steve Denner. Steve was our Rookie of the Year last year, as you well know. A late arrival starting in the back of the pack. Probably not getting up to the oil temperature that he would like to be right now in that 9 machine. He's a dairy farmer by trade. Off the point they start to work. Sharp is your leader. We got a battle for second spot. And they work into the corners in lap number 2. Second spot belongs to Scott McHugh from the 12S of Kyle Sharp with a slower car working down on the inside of the speedway. Not a problem as they work down the backstretch. Earl Simmons will stay right where he's supposed to. A good job as he lets them go by as they work in turn number 3 and 4. We come into lap number 7 this time around in this 10-lap feature go. Off the point, they start to work. The car number 22 of Wayne Side. Heads up in the corner. Kyle Sharp is upside down in the corner. He and Miller came together. A pretty good lick over there in turn number 1 and 2. It happened very, very quickly. You can see Bobby Miller in the 4 car. The first report is he is okay, but we're concerned over gas. That is a concern right now. We'll see if they tip him over with, he is okay. That's what we wanted to hear. Miller as well in the 4 car. Kyle Sharp in the 12S, who was leading this race from in the Pierpont area, has his own construction business up there, along as being a coach. We're going to turn the car back over. Make sure that he's in Miller. First report was he is okay. 7 in the book, and he's back on all 4. Fire in the car. Okay, again I want to thank the Lafargeville Fire Department and their search and rescue for being very, very quick on the spot. I'm sure Kyle Sharp will thank them, and he's going to kind of double check into the severity of the damage to the 12S machine. We got a green, here we go. Off the point they start to work. McHugh tries to put a move on side, not that time. We got a battle for a 3rd spot with Papin and Baltz, along with Johnny Bruce and the 15 of the car number 15 of Roger Bushy as they work out of turn number 2. We might have a new race leader. We'll see if Wayne Side has got enough in that Chevrolet to go up on the inside, now the outside of the car number 5 of Scott McHugh. McHugh will make him go high. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming down to lap number 8. Scott McHugh out of Krogan, New York, jumps into the lead. We'll see if Wayne Side has got anything left as they work off the point. This is where McHugh slows down a little bit, letting the car number 22 of Wayne Side as he fires off at turn 2. That is the slow point of the track for Scott McHugh. He doesn't want to do that too much because he's got a hot shoe right behind him. They are nose to tail out of turn number 4, and here they come. 1/2 lap to go. McHugh There is the flat spot. He gets by it. Working off the point right now. Along with the car number 22 of Wayne Side, the 83 of Peter Papin, I'm sorry. The car number 19 of Mark Balch. Here they come. Who's it going to be? The first feature of 1996 belongs to young Scott McHugh. Here's a guy that runs out there in the Secano stock class, the 8-inch tires, but he was still getting a good bite out there tonight. And you were pretty well flat-footing all the way around.
Yeah, most of the time there, even when the power steering belt come off, we still had her down trying to make the corner.
This is a good way to start out the season. Maybe we'll see you down in front a few more times.
Well, I hope so.
Good enough.
I just want to say sorry about Kyle Sharp. I think he would have had a good chance at it tonight.
Yeah. Did they just talk to him afterwards at all, Scotty?
He's happy with the way he runs, so.
He did run very, very well tonight, and that could have been a real tragedy, but it worked out very well.
Yes, turned out great for me.
Good enough. We'll see you down in front again. Kevin Slade in the 73, Laurie Hanshu the 21L, Steve Holiday the 61K. We got a green Can-Am. Here we go. We're ready to go as they work down in front. Okay. Good. A little bender coming off of turn number 1 and 2. Now they sort things out. Off the point, and they are hammering away on each other. David Kiefer and Al Pitts. And these guys are going to have quite a few battles in 1996, I believe. Hang on as they work to the inside. Pitts and Kiefer going after each other big time, and don't count out Nick McCooch in the 400. He is watching all this unfold as these guys are putting a lot of metal on each other in only 2 laps already. Here they come. It's going to be Al Pitts. It's going to be the car number 32 of David Kiefer, the 400 Nick McCooch, the car number 51 of Darwin Kiefer, and the car number 24 of Steve Woodward. Everybody in good shape as they work down the backstretch. The white flag coming out. You can hear Al Pitts in that beautiful, sweet-sounding Chevrolet not really working very hard right now. The battle right now is between the two brothers out of Kroger, New York. They are both loggers by trade, and they've been waiting for this one for a couple of years as David finally moving into the street stock competition class. Right now, he had a bobble last year, had a rough start, but he's going to take care of that right now. The car number 88 of Al Pitts. David Kiefer is second. Darwin Kiefer is third. Anybody want to thank it all special, Al?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the sponsors, Barstow Motors, Jay Sheehan. I'd like to thank my new sponsor, Race World, Dave and Debbie Roy. They got something going up in Potsdam. They're selling race car parts, and we're glad to have them on board. And I'd just like to help everybody who got it done.
And Al's Auto.
Al's Auto.
Okay, let's give him a nice round of applause. Good run out there, bud. The car number 88 of Al Pitts. This will be, as we said, for 15 laps. Limited late model competition. Chip Burdick looks them over, side by side. We got a green. Here we go. Limited late model, ready to go. Ambulance just getting across the track. Okay. Slipping a little bit to the outside. Van Tassel letting Cormier up underneath, but Walt seems to have the power as they work down the back stretch. In trouble is Bobby Schroy, or Peter Schroy, I should say. Peter puts the binders on. Very smart move, and Peter gathers it back up, and there's a veteran coming to the top for you. And Peter backs right out of it from that new 1996 Avenger, and he brings it down in front with 2 to go for young Jeff Papin, and he's going to take this one rather gingerly, I would think, as he kind of sit back there. The second, third, and fourth, and fifth place cars are right in front of him, and he is not any room to put any kind of metal damage on this one tonight. He's just going to enjoy it down there. Watch his gauges, make sure they're not loading up at all, and is going to kind of go through, hoping nothing will envelop in front of him right now. Second spot belongs to Walt Van Tassel. Third spot belongs to Tommy Cormier. Fourth spot is the 32 of Stan Parker, along with the cut number 20 of Timmy Busler and the 200 of Niles Busler. Sportsman will be next. White flag. Anybody want to thank this year, Jeff? Any new people or anything?
Yeah, I want to thank FX Caprera. They're our major sponsor. I want to thank my parents. They helped us out with the motor. I want to thank my whole crew, my brothers.
So you were ready for tonight?
Yeah, we've been waiting.
No more delays.
No.
So this is going to help you start looking for the track championship, the way to start it out, and got a good car right there underneath you this year.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Good. Let's keep it going.
Thanks.
Let's give a nice round of applause again. The car number 83, Mr. Jeff Papin. Thank you, Jeff. Chip Burdick looks them over, brings the green shoulder high like that. He sees, we got a green. Here we go. Sportsman coming down in front. 3 cars wide. Holy smokes. No room at the end tonight as they work off at turn number 1 and 2. As Littler and Fullerton come together, and they all continue on along with Britton in the 45. They continue on as right now Hall is your leader along with Dwyer and Van Tassel 1, 2, and 3. Second number 545 of Mike Clark as Littler looks into the pits. Rick Lawson in the car number 76, his first time actual feature right here with us. As Hall brings him down in front. Dwyer is second, Clark is third. Rowe is fourth, Hall is fifth. The car number 60 of Billy Cabrera is along with the car number 72 of Todd Stewart. And the 68 of 9 of Jeff Fullerton. The 29 of Lancey Pethall back on along with Lawson. Fullerton bobbles just a little bit. Right there in the 621 of R.J. Gibbons and the 88 of Dick Horning, George Horning I should say. And the car number 22 of Mark Littler with a white flag is flying. For the young man out of St. Vincent, New York, that repair car number T.W. White and Son, Haley Electric. The great advantage in car number 61. As his winning streak continues, as he works down in front. And the checkered flag will fall on the number 61 of Steve Hall.
Did you change much chassis between the heat and the feature tonight at all, Steve?
Not a lot, no, none at all. The track didn't change. I wouldn't say the track changed at all. The track was in good condition early, and it still is now.
Did you have a chance to look down at all on RPMs? What were you turning out there tonight? 6?
Too many, that's all.
Twisting a little bit tough?
Yeah, it was. We were a little off there, but that was good enough to win, so we'll take it.
That's what it takes. You're getting a good bite anyway.
Oh yeah, there's no spinning tonight.
Okay, we'll see you down in front again.
Thanks, John.
You bet. Steve Hall, car number 61, our winner of the Sportsman feature tonight at Can-Am.
Congratulations to opening night winners Scott McHugh, Al Pitts, Jeff Papin, and Steve Hall. After a short break, we'll be back with the exciting 358 modified feature event. Now let's join track announcer John Burr as he calls the exciting race action in the 358 Dirt Modified event back on May 4th out at the Can-Am Speedway.
Chip Burdick looks them over. This will be 25 laps. Coming off the point side by side. We were waiting for this since September of 1995. We got it green. Here come the modifieds. And they step it right up real quick. Kevin Martin in the car, number 18, sees daylight. Whoa, heads up, end over end. Lee Gill and cousin Bill Gill, I think, coming together on the backstretch. Lee Gill and Bill Gill, I think, coming together in turn number 1. We have a red flag. Stop the cars. Also on the backstretch, we'll try to see who that might have been. Pace truck is in. We should be ready to go. 25 laps. Off of turn number 3 into turn number 4. Side by side, wheel to wheel. Okay, Can-Am, this is what you wanted to see. The green light is out. The green light is out. And here we go. As Fuller jumps in the lead. And Martin takes the line on the back of the car, number 11. Of Chris Jones into the corner. Side by side, nice groove. Watch Dave Bartlett. He is very quick. And Chuck Bauer's in trouble. Chuck Bauer is in trouble in the 99. We'll see what he's got a right side tire gone down and the Bauer machine. Chuck Bauer looks towards the pits. Now I'll tell you, there is a great performance. Bauer making the long haul up here with us. He could have brought out the yellow. He did not. And I tip the top hat to Chuck Bauer. There's a true professional man right there as he works down in front. Here we go. Off the point. It's going to be Timmy Fuller to chase him down. Very nicely into the corners, having a little bit of a handling problem in turn number 1. Rob Winters looks like the handling has gone completely away in the 90 car. Here they come, Fuller on the hammer. Off the point. Jones is second. Martin is third. Sykes is fourth. Danny O'Brien is fifth. Roberts works to the outside of Jimmy Darrell. Darrell pulls him down the backstretch. All over the car number 6 of Pat O'Brien as they hook together on the point. The car number 19 of Bill the Kid Wilcox along with the car number 43 of Greg Meeks. 19.89 seconds. There is your 19-second lap, ladies and gentlemen. 86 miles an hour, average speed. 86 miles an hour, 19 seconds for the young man out of Edwards, New York. Second spot belongs to Chris Jones. Third is the number 18 of Kevin Martin. Fourth is Jeff Syke. Fifth is Danny O'Brien. Pat O'Brien, his brother, right there behind him. 3 cars wide in the corner as the Conner 84 of David Hastings takes the bite. Billy the Kid Wilcox, not that time, as Wilcox bring that big 100-powered machine. 19.88. 86.08 miles an hour. And the car number 19 of Timmy Fuller is knocking them off. He will get in lap traffic in about lap number 8. Timmy Fuller will be in traffic in about another lap as he works down in front of the back of the 90 of Rob Winters. Right now, looking back there, position number 5, 6, and 7, we're going to find the car number 17 of Danny O'Brien, the car number 6 of Pat O'Brien. Number 63 of Steve Robertson, 27 of Jimmy Darrow, the car number 19 of Billy the Kid Wilcox. Right there with the car number 43 of Greg Meeks, and the car number 8 of Dave Barlow of the 1A of Timmy Dwyer, as they work down in front in lap number 8. This is a 25-lap feature go. Timmy Fuller comes up on the back as he works out of the point right now. Very nice off of turn number 4. Stays on the low side. Works on the inside of stock car Steve Vidal. Into turn number 1 and 2. Works to the inside. Second spot belongs to the car number 11 of Chris Jones. Third spot belongs to the 18 of Kevin Martin. As they work down the backstretch. It's all Tim Fuller out of Edwards, New York. As he brings the Kinney Drugs G&R Auto machine down in front. He's got a clear track in front of him. As they work off the point, working on the back of the car number 40 of Dale Eggleston. The 44 of Neil Harvey and Vern Lefebvre. Working out of turn number 2 into the turn number 3. We'll see where he's set. Let's heads up in turn number 4. Heads up in turn number 4. We have the yellow. We have a yellow. Burdick looks him over. We got a green. Firing is the car number 19 of Timmy Fuller out of Edwards, New York. Fast line outside possibly. There's the car number 18 of Kevin Martin, the 23 of Jeff Sykes. Jeff Sykes with it. Works to the inside, and he's taking Danny O'Brien, Pat O'Brien right there with him. O'Brien and the car number 11 of Chris Jones having a little bit of a hit in this situation. Along with the car number 19 of Billy the Kid Wilcox. Off the point they come. Here we go at 19 seconds. The car number 19 of Timmy Fuller. Brings it down in front. Third place, fourth, fifth, and sixth is up to Andy. As they work on the back, we got a car in trouble over on the backstretch. The 44 of Neil Harvey looking towards the pits. The 44 of Neil Harvey looking towards the pits. As your leader works in turn number 3, and he'll be coming into lap number 23 with 2 laps to go. Tim Fuller out of Edwards, New York, brings the Olsen power plant down in front as they work down the backstretch right now. Tries to thread the needle between the car number 40 of Dale Eggleston and the car number 8 of David Bartlett in lap number 23. White flag getting ready to come out for young Tim Fuller out of Edwards, New York. Second place belongs to the car number 18 of Kevin Martin. Third spot is Danny O'Brien. Fourth spot is Chris Jones. And it looks like the car number 19 of Fuller's got him covered. In trouble is David Hayslip in the 84. Dave Hayslip in the brand new Bicknell chassis machine in trouble on the backstretch. The veteran out of Smith Falls, Ontario, Canada. And Timmy Fuller grabs feature win number 1.
So you got some guys you want to thank, Tim?
Oh, yeah. Kenny Drugs, of course, G&R Auto Parts, my dad, the whole crew. Everybody's been great. They've been with me for so long.
Now, tomorrow night, maybe the Parts Plus car, the big black, is the weather permitting?
Yeah, the Parts Plus car will be down to rolling wheels, 96 laps.
And you feel comfortable with that? And congratulations on being this big black Rookie of the Year last year. You've had a good, you have a good career.
Yeah, so far so good.
Let's give a nice round of applause to number 19, Mr. Timmy Fuller, out of Edwards, New York. Congratulations.
That was a great way to start out the racing season at the Can-Am Speedway for Timmy Fuller and the Kinney Drugs number 19. We're happy to report that cousins Lee and Bill Gill are both okay after their first lap accident, and both cars are repairable and will be racing again at the Can-Am Speedway. Now it's time to join Terry Clark from the Gator Racing News with the Can-Am calendar.
Welcome, race fans. This is the Can-Am calendar. I'm Terry Clark from the Gator Racing News. Upcoming races, we have a couple special shows coming up the end of May. First one, we have a regular show, plus added attraction is the Mid-State Antique Racers. That's the only time they're coming to Can-Am this year. It's just a one-race deal. They always bring out a lot of cars, so come on out. It'll be a regular show that night. Then the week after, that's the big one, the Memorial Day weekend show, Monday night, not Wednesday, Monday night the 27th, the Can-Am Lapco big block, small block show, the summer starter. All the big block stars will be here, plus their own track stars. It's going to be a big show. 33 laps, $3,300 to win that show. That'll wrap up the month of May. We'll be right back after this message. You're watching Can-Am Clips.
It's time to wrap up this week's edition of Can-Am Clips. A special thanks to our sponsors, Fast Lube of Watertown, CIZ-FM, and Pizza Hut Restaurants. Don't forget to stop out on a Saturday night and join us for all the live racing action out at the Can-Am Speedway in Lafargeville. Racing begins every Saturday night at 7 p.m. We'll leave you with a top 5 in points from each division at the Can-Am Speedway and a ride in economy stock car during the May 4th feature event. Until next week, we'll see you at the races.